I just found out that it is actually in fact World Book Day. What a great day to receive a package from the lovely sponsors of this video, Book of the Month. If you are unsure of what Book of the Month is, they are basically a subscription service for people who love books. If you are like me and you really struggle to kind of know what book you want to read next, just because there's so much choice out there, then Book of the Month are super helpful in that way, because they curate a selection of books that they have already read themselves and know are good, so you don't have to do all of the research yourself and you can just choose one of those books to get sent to you every month. My favourite thing about Book of the Month is that I always find authors that I haven't heard of before. Sometimes I just stick too much to one genre and don't really explore as much as I would like to, so Book of the Month really helps me. And all of the books are beautiful. Like, how cool are these covers? And they're all hardback, so they feel so special. This month we have The Verifiers, Tell Me Everything. I think I would like this one. Private Investigation. I love crime. The Unsinkable Greta James. The Book of Cold Cases. Stop, I will really love this. Dating Dr. Dill. We also have The Paris Apartment. And then last but not least, in the iconic blue box, we have The Cartographers. This is my favorite cover. Are you kidding me? One day I will illustrate a book cover, I'm telling you. So for the month of March, Book of the Month are doing a offer where you can get your first book for just $9.99 if you use the code PICKMEUP. So yeah, if you feel like trying out any of these books, definitely click the link in my description box to go and try it out for yourself and use the code. Also, you can cancel the subscription or skip a month whenever you like, so there's literally no risk to doing this. Now I'm really excited. I think I kind of want to read one of these now. Hello. So I've been in a bit of a reading slump. I don't know what it is with me. I either read like 3 books in a week or nothing. Maybe that's my problem. Maybe I need to like space it out more and not read in such intense bursts, because then I get kind of burnt out. But that's how I like to do it, apparently. I'm gonna try and get out of my reading slump today, and I started off with this beautiful book, which I actually just finished. I love it so much. This was the perfect book to get me out of my reading slump. It's a murder mystery, so it's something that you really want to keep reading to find out who murdered who in the end. You know, if you're in a reading slump, I'm not going to suggest that you read a non-fiction book or anything that's like a slow burn. You don't want that. You want something that is fast-paced, something that keeps drawing you back in, and this book definitely did this for me. I loved the first book, The Thursday Murder Club, and this one really didn't disappoint. Is it World Book Day? There's a child outside wearing a costume. I love these books so much because there are so many like quintessentially English UK things, little references. I can't even explain it. So let me know if you're not from the UK, if you've read this book and you kind of noticed any little English kind of things. Did you understand the references? Did you find it as funny because we've got a different kind of sense of humor to a lot of other countries? I don't know, I just found myself giggling to this like every 5 seconds. The best thing about both books for sure is Joyce. What a woman. She's just such a sweetheart. I can't wait for the third book to come. So this is book number 1 in my little reading vlog, trying to get out of my reading slump. If you're stuck in one right now, read the first one of this. And if you've read that, read this one. I've got quite a few books that I want to read. Oh, I'm really stupid. I've already broken the goal that I set for myself at the start of the year. I said I would keep my physical TBR, me physically owning books. I said I would keep it to 10 maximum. I didn't do that. I have like 20 books. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34. I have 34 physical books that I have not read yet in my possession, and I'm only supposed to be having 10. Naughty Coco. So yeah, I have quite a few books to choose from. The books that I bought the other day, I'm really excited to read. I'm gonna go and get them for you to show you. It's a problem. Okay, the first one I got is The Paper Palace. I'm very upset with the British cover. I think the American one is much prettier. I've heard great things about this, so bought that. I've also bought If We Were Villains. This is something about like a Shakespearean play, I think. I've bought On Earth We Are Briefly Gorgeous. This is maybe the most beautiful cover I've ever seen. Look at the colours. And this is nice and short as well. So again, if you're trying to get out of a reading slump, I feel like short books are good. Speaking of other short books, I've got Before the Coffee Gets Cold. This is like a collection of stories about the same coffee shop. It's something about if you sit in this one seat in a coffee shop, you time travel or something like that. It sounds very interesting. And again, it's short, so it should be an easy one to read. Also, this cover is really cute. It's got a really sweet little cat on the front. I'm getting really into cats. I really like them and I really want one. Anyways, the last book that I bought was the first book in the Addicted to You series. All I know is it's like a TikTok book. It is a romance. I think it's YA. It should be a light read. Personally, I'm not the type of person to want to read a classic if I am in a reading slump. That would probably make the situation worse. So something like silly little love story like this could do the trick. But I really don't know which one to do first. I'm thinking one of the shorter books, just to kind of get the ball rolling a bit more. So I think I'm going to read Before the Coffee Gets Cold by Toshikazu Kawaguchi. And maybe I'll actually go to a coffee shop and read this. Maybe my favourite coffee shop with the really cute boy.
How do I forget this? Act like nothing ever happened. I don't understand this. Feeling so unsure about it. I tell myself I've got it figured out. But it's you. You're the reason why. You're the reason that I cry and now you wonder why. And lately I've been thinking that it could be so different.
So I'm going to get on with finishing Before the Coffee Gets Cold. Drop me a comment on what book you read on World Book Day. Let's get back to reading.
I wanna share a stereo. I wanna stop and stare at you. But last night I blew my car speakers, so I think we might be through. You say I'm itching for a listen, babe. I say I'm itching for a listen too. She was tweaking, started freaking out. I said I know just what we can do.
It's much later in the evening and I finished this book this morning. What do I say about this book? So many people have loved it and rated it 5 stars, but I just didn't feel the same way. I don't know what it was. I just thought it was a bit boring. I've said this before, like, I'm not an English student. Don't know if there's some literary techniques that are being used in this that have just gone over my head, which would make it so much better. For the average reader, I didn't love it. I thought the characters were quite boring. The setting was very boring because it was all in the same room. The rules for the whole like time traveling thing were just repeated a lot of times, and I don't know if that was to try and replicate, like, I don't know, going to the past and reliving the past. Everything's being repeated. God knows, honestly. So many people loved it, so I'm sure there's something to it, but personally I just didn't really enjoy it. I did quite like the individual stories. There was the married couple, the lovers, sisters, and mother and child. I wish I loved it, but I didn't. And I also thought, because it was such a short book and it's made up of 4 short stories, I thought I would get through it so quickly, but it actually took me longer to read than The Man Who Died Twice, which was probably like at least double the length of this book. So it just goes to show it's really not about the length of the book. It is completely about the content. Tell me if you had a completely different experience with this book. So I finished that book like this morning and it's all the way to 7 PM now. And I haven't read anything else. I've been distracted by the Vampire Diaries and my phone. Like, I've been on my phone for 8 hours today. I'm not joking. 8 hours. This is what I mean when I'm in a reading slump. Like, I just can't bring myself to pick up a book. I was on a roll after The Man Who Died Twice, but that book kind of stopped me short. So I'm actually going to pick up one of the March Book of the Month books. This is called The Paris Apartment by Lucy Foley. I think it's a mystery about all of these people who live in this apartment building. Also amazing. I've looked at all of the chapters and each chapter is maximum like 5 pages, and that really helped me when I was reading The Man Who Died Twice. The chapters are very short in that, and also there's a change of narrator, so you focus on a different person for each chapter, and books like that really help me to continue reading because it's just a new thing all the time and it just keeps it so interesting. Very excited to start this.
She's got the phone cord twisted around her finger. She's a sight
o'clock and I just got told that I need to cover someone's shift tomorrow, so I would love to keep reading this book, but I need to make myself go to sleep so I can wake up early. But yeah, I really like this book. It's basically, I think there's a game called Cluedo, or if you've watched that film Knives Out, it's kind of like that, where, I mean, I think a murder takes place within a kind of closed space, aka the apartments, and there's like 4 or 5 main characters and each of them are like a different type of person and they're all kind of suspects and being really like suspicious. They all have secrets. Even the main character who wasn't there during whatever event has taken place, she's also pretty suspicious as well. So yeah, it's really exciting. I am like 150 pages through, so I'm already reading this so much faster than before the coffee gets cold. So my little experiment about how to get out of a reading slump has definitely proved successful. It really doesn't matter how long or short the book is, it completely depends on whether it's good or not. Clearly for me, all it takes is a mystery type book. Maybe for you it's a romance book or a fantasy. I don't know. The hard part is trying to find a book that you actually like, which I guess is why Book of the Month is so great, because they kind of do the hard work for you. So yeah, don't forget to check the link in my description box if you want to give them a try, and use the code PICKMEUP if you want your first book for just $9.99. If you are struggling for ideas on what to read next, then you can follow my Goodreads, where I post about all of the books that I read, the ones that I like, the ones that I don't like, and obviously I'm going to post more book videos on here because I bloody love making them. I hope you enjoyed this video and I hope it helped you kind of get out of your reading slump. I'm gonna go to sleep now, get rested up for work tomorrow, and then I'm gonna get straight back to reading this after work. I might go to the park again because that was so nice. Thank you so much for watching and I will see you in my next video.